everybody else, but I'm going to have a hard time with this. And some of the others basically said the same thing, and so the next day the vote goes up and not one Republican voted for it. I said, look, if you want to have bipartisanship in the process, you have to bring people in early. You have to discuss on health care. I said, why do you have to create one big bill? Why not deal with this? One bill on medical liability reform, one bill on tax equalization, one bill on pre-existing condition exclusions, one bill on health and wellness initiatives, insurance reforms. Deal with it as a process and get people engaged early. That's how you get some bipartisanship. Not by saying, here's my bill, vote for it. I mean, that doesn't go well. I mean, but if you have divided government, obviously, you're going to have this type of forced collaboration. Again, it may not always be pretty. And it may be very painful at times, but you will have to have an agreement if you want to accomplish anything. So, I mean, that's my answer to that thoughtful question. Sir, yes.
Sir, a little while ago you said about the spaceman dropping in the parking lot. I think now's about the time.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I'd like to kick around a narrow area of energy policy, and that's space-based solar power stations. Back in 1997, NASA undertook a fresh look and looked at a program that had been conceptualized for decades prior to that. And from what I've heard and read since then, they seem pretty positive about the whole idea. Japan is committed to putting up a power station by 2030, and the United States is still kicking it around. From what I've read in the media recently about President Obama's NASA policy, it's kind of wavering on what the overall objectives are, and I haven't heard anything about the space-based solar power. What I have heard is that the president is having NASA engineers work for solving Toyota's engineering problems. So I'm kind of curious as to why Japan is taking the lead in space-based solar power systems, and we're supplying engineering talent for one of their companies at government expense.
Well, a number of things. Well, NASA, like any other federal agency, is going to be under serious budgetary pressure. As it relates to space-based solar power, I wish I could give you a more updated answer as to where we stand on that, on those initiatives. Now, but to the extent, what I will tell you is there's one heck of a lot of federal spending and investment in alternative and renewable energy. That's where this is going, whether it's solar or wind or other alternatives and renewables. There's a tremendous amount of money going out there. I'm not sure how much of that is going through NASA right now. Most of it goes to the Department of Energy. I'll try to get you a better answer on solar, on the NASA solar program that you referenced. But don't have a good answer for you tonight on that. But do understand there's a lot of money going out for solar initiatives, tax credits, and the like. But one thing on energy, though, we need a comprehensive energy solution to our nation's problems. I mean, and I don't like this zero-sum game. Look, we do need oil, we need natural gas, we need nuclear, we need solar, we need wind, we need a lot of these alternatives. It's comprehensive. We need to diversify our energy portfolio. We're not going to have a single source of energy going forward. Now that said, one of the reasons I objected to the cap and trade program is the idea of cap and trade, it's national energy tax. The idea is to raise the price of traditional fossil-based fuel, coal, oil, natural gas, raise that price so that many renewables, particularly wind and solar, can be a more competitive marketplace, because wind and solar tend to cost more. And then, the reason why we use so much coal in this country to electrify our nation is because it costs less. It's cheaper. That's why we use it. And so that's why we use it. In Pennsylvania, it's 60% of our electricity. In West Virginia, it's about 100%. Indiana, 95%. And when you write this cap and trade law, the way they wrote it, it would really penalize states like Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, Ohio, and Indiana, Kentucky, much more so than a state like New Jersey or New York or Oregon or Washington or California. We've been disproportionately impacted negatively in terms of skyrocketing prices, for energy. So that's something I think we have to be cognizant of. But the point is, we need to embrace a comprehensive solution that deals with both production, supply, as well as conservation and efficiency. You can't drill your way out of the problem, you can't conserve your way out of the problem, but you must do both.